For one, the chapters, there's not that much to talk about. Two,
Okay,
we did
I
try
love my
to...
boy Horikoshi, but chapters, not a lot to talk about.
They're good chapters.
Now, there is a lot to talk about, considering that there is sort of a lot to talk about, because since we're seeing some of the class 1B quirks that we haven't seen before, like Mushroom Girl can make mushrooms, Black Boy can become black, and Word Boy is Echo's act 2.
Echoes, honestly.
Honestly.
My friend shout outs to Nathan, who's not listening to this. But he was reading the leaks, like before the leaks came out, they summarized the chapters, and like he tells me what the fucking summarization is for My Hero. I'm just like, that's just fucking Echoes. And when I read the chapter, I'm like, this is better than Echoes.
Is it though? Well, I guess the fact that he can create huge ass like words, that's pretty impressive, and they're like unbreakable. Although,
is that another Jojo reference?
Oh yeah, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, words are unbreakable.
Great
but great plug.
No, it's a great part.
Great part. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's up there. But just I guess it is really just better Echoes. We don't really know any of the side effects to it, or like what's the limit on it.
Well, he could make an entire area more humid than it would usually be. So presuming like if he can think of a sound effect for it, he could do anything he wants, really.
I wonder if that's why Horikoshi's been experimenting so much with his sound effects recently. Because he was like,
there's a funny little gag. There's a funny little gag with this that fucking Shiro says. He asks how they're gonna deal with this overseas.
Yeah, I like that. And then they just didn't even try. It was great.
It's like he's like, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Okay, that's like covering the recent chapters. Also, I just realized he's saying something in the fuck, I don't know what page this is. I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry, guys.
There's a lot of chapters to cover, and another reason for why fucking this episode is way later than usual is that I've started college now, and college, boy, it makes you tired. And if I sound off, it's because I fucking catch an illness. I think I sound fine. In my tests I sound fine. But boy, I could be better. But these chapters have been good.
They're really short, which is completely understandable. Being a mangaka is really fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm never gonna be like one of those people who gets on Horikoshi's case for like shorter chapters or taking breaks. I want him to take breaks. Because I don't want him to burn himself out, because that doesn't benefit anybody in the community. If you're somebody who complains about Horikoshi taking breaks because you just can't wait for the next chapter, fuck off. I hate you.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen that, to be perfectly fair. Yeah. But I've seen it.
But I don't really like if I wasn't told that this chapter was shorter than usual chapters, I wouldn't have known, because that's I don't count pages. When I read the latest chapter, I haven't noticed any necessary change in the amount of manga that I'm given. And when it comes to him writing less pages, I'm like torn, because obviously I don't feel like yelling at him for doing less pages is a good thing at all. But I also feel like if you praise him for doing less pages, it's also counterproductive to his job in a way. Like, I would never yell at him because he's doing less pages. I prefer him to be healthy than for me to get some sort of endless stream of manga. I just don't feel like saying all the way, oh, take as many breaks as you want, because it is his job. And I feel like if he were to take too many breaks, they're not going to get rid of My Hero. but I wouldn't want like a huge quality drop because of the amount of breaks, or just for My Hero to decrease in sales because of breaks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Hunter x Hunter has ever dropped in rate like sales, but I mean, there is I wouldn't even personally. I don't really see the huge gap between their quality. I mean, they're both shonen. I'm gonna fucking be crucified for saying this, but I don't really have like a personal attachment to Hunter x Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it completely, so I can't tell you that it's insanely better than Boku no Hero, but it is more popular. So
I think
if Hunter x Hunter can...
I think that's just because it's been in publication longer, and he was the same author who did Yu Yu Hakusho, so he's got like a die-hard fan base behind him, and I think that's why Hunter x Hunter has got like the cult following it has.
Yeah, and he gets as many breaks as he does because of like, didn't they fuck up his contract or something?
I have no idea, but I just presume like
I heard they like did some clause in his contract that he's been abusing, where it's like, yeah, you can take as many breaks as you want, we don't care. Or maybe he's just so talented that they'll give him as many breaks as he needs.
I think I haven't done too much research, but I think he's suffering with some sort of physical or mental issues at the moment.
I believe he has back pains.
That is back pains. Okay. I need to catch up. Well, I need to start it for one. I've never really been super interested in it.
Honestly, yeah. And it's like, again, probably gonna get crucified for saying this because apparently you can't watch one shonen without watching every single other one. Or comment we're definitely gonna get now. It's gonna be like, you guys should read other manga instead of My Hero Academia. Read something else, please. That's the worst. I hate people.
What? I don't even think I read any other like manga. Like I stopped reading Jojo entirely just because Part 8 doesn't interest me at all.
I read a lot of stuff. I don't watch a lot of stuff.
I've been catching up with One Piece on the anime. I'm thinking of transitioning to the manga soon. I don't know.
Well, where are you? You're in episode 500. That's right.
Yeah, which
are
is...
you neat?
We're like getting close to the time skip. Like Impel Down has just Marineford has ended, and it's just what all the crew are doing. So we're heading on to Fishman Island, I think.
I'm so excited to get to Impel Down.
It's my favorite.
I can already tell it's gonna be my favorite arc because I have a hard-on for prisons.
I'm not gonna say anything about it just because all I'm gonna say is that it's my favorite.
This isn't a One Piece podcast.
Yeah. So my hero. So I tweeted about this on Twitter about this arc, and I said it might be boring, or you might feel as if there's no progression as the chapters are going on. But I think when this arc is finished, when we look back in retrospective, this will be a really good arc because manga's supposed to, while it's released weekly, I feel like it's not supposed to be read weekly. It's supposed to be read when the tankobons come out.
Yeah, in tankobon.
So, because this is literally what I want. There's not that much to talk about for each individual chapter, but this is literally what I've been asking for quite a while. Development for Class B. We're getting it. We've got all their hero names. Well, not all of their hero names, but we're getting explanations of how their quirks work, their hero names, their personalities. I think this arc is really great, and I think just some people might just not think it's that interesting when they're reading it weekly. I think when they look back on it, they'll appreciate this arc more.
I think this arc, I think one thing about like the smaller chapters is that it's really lent itself to the kinetic fast pace of the fights.
Mm-hmm. Which
is kind of weird to say since we're going week to week. So like we're still waiting a week. It just feels a little faster because we're seeing like the chapters go faster is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You can definitely feel it. And just like one thing, I think we're gonna see the traitor in this arc. and that's going to lead directly into the next arc. And that I'm really serious. I think we're going to see the traitor.
I would just like to state that I was right about chapter 200. So
yeah, nothing big happening.
Honestly, nothing big happens, and it's just a chapter cover.
I knew nothing big was going to happen. Deep down, I was like, nothing big's going to happen. Technically, though, I was right about a character getting flight. I was like, Deku's going to unlock like 40% and he'll be able to fly or whatever.
Okay, you know what? You're kind of right about someone being able to fly.
So I got Tokiyami.
I am so happy to see just even though it was only for a few pages, the fact that we got to see Hawks again, I think was great.
Yeah, it was. I like seeing Hawks because he's a cool guy.
I just want to go back to him, honestly, him and Endeavor, because I really love their their moments together, and I feel like from what I've seen from this year in like My Hero, it's been a very Todoroki centered theme, and I really am liking how Horikoshi's developing the Todoroki family as a whole, and when we get back to that, it'll be nice to see Endeavor and Hawks again. But I do think this is a nice break from what we got.
I think it's hard. I feel like I should just stop predicting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's about damn time we followed up on Gigantomachina.
Honestly, I mentioned this last episode ages ago. From now, I'm gonna because we tried recording like 2 weeks ago. I might mention I might feel like I've said things before.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've said this like in the last episode. I really want that just to be brought up again because it feels like it was brought up in a loose line, but we don't really know what happened. I'm presuming it will be brought up again, and I hope it's not like left for like another 2 arcs until we find out what actually happened. Also, one thing that I just want to say about this little arc, I really don't want this to be a complete class 1A victory. I'll be like the fight which is currently going on in 200. I kind of want Kendo to win, just because I don't like the fact that they say that 1B has all this experience, and then if they get wiped completely by 1A, it's like, what's even the point?
I could see Team 4. Mm-hmm. I could see Team 4, which is Bakugo, Jiro, Sero, and Sugar Man, that I forgot. I think his name's Sato.
Yeah.
Is it? Sato?
Sato.
I could see them winning. Because the guy they're fighting is the cement guy, as well as 2 other people. The dragon chick included.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them winning. In some way, maybe.
What class?
And then
1A
I could see the final
B?
1B.
Okay.
And I could see the final 1B team winning.
I kind of want that to happen. I don't want Shinzo
Monama's
to
a
get
little
in the
shit.
I just don't.
Monama's a
want
little shit, but he could win. That's what I'm gonna say.
I feel like Monama is like very interesting in that fight that will come up, just because he could if he can get a hold. I think he can have as many quirks as possible, because he can switch between them. He just can't stack them up at the same time. So he could potentially get Shinzo's quirk, get Deku's quirk, and then whoever else is on his team. I mean, he could also get Mina's quirk as well, couldn't he? So he could be very agile and also have Shinzo's quirk as well. It's just going to be a very interesting fight, I think. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
I think I'm most excited for Team 3 fight, because we got the American exchange shit in there, the pony girl.
Yeah.
And we got Tetsu.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got fucking Ida, who hasn't had shit.
Who? I'm sorry, but Ida's
best class president. Oh wait, never mind.
Momo?
Kendo's the other class president.
Momo is the vice president, yeah.
But I'm fucking tired of the Ida slander. My boy has worked so hard, and you punk ass bitches have the audacity to shit on Ida. when his brother is just so cool. If you read Vigilantes, if you read Vigilantes, he's just so cool, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing Ida slandered. Yeah, sure, he hasn't had screen time since Stain, but like, fuck, you could say that about Stain, and you still suck his dick, so fuck you.
I actually like Ida. I'd prefer to see him again. It just feels like Horikoshi really wants to focus on Bakugo, Shoto, and Deku the most.
Yeah.
And it feels like, out of the boys anyway, it feels like Ida's like shafted to 4th place when he used to be like one of the top 3 characters we used to focus on. Because it could just be the fact that maybe we just don't really go back to Ida because he finished his little character arc. Like we might go back and develop it a little bit more, but his little arc is kind of complete in a way.
I would like to see if the trader ends up being in Class 1A. I want to see how Ida deals with that, because I feel like that might hit him the hardest. Don't you think?
I think it would, but actually I feel like Ida would be the type of guy who would immediately treat them as a villain, but then like emotionally he would just keep bottling it up until like it'll just all comes out.
He gets so angry he straight up kills a villain.
Well,
reciprocal boost and twist their head completely around. Oh, that'd be so cool. I wish people would just fucking kill people in this series.
I mean, with some of the quirks, you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
I'd love to see Jiro poke right through their heart. Just...
It could get fucking really violent with some of the quirks. God, I've just realised that Mineta's like sticky balls could be human version rat traps, and that's really fucking with me right now.
Honestly, I fucking hate rat trap. Those things are awful.
I don't like rat traps either. They're fucking...
That's like the worst way that anything can die.
I'm talking about the sticky rat traps. Not
I know, that's the worst thing. That's the worst way anything could die.
It's...
Because it doesn't even kill you. You just starve to death. I'm so sad now because I think about that.
Same. Dispose of pests humanely, people. This is...
Shoot them.
I mean, shooting them is better.
Don't be a fucking coward. Buy a gun and shoot your pests. Idiots.
Can I...
Oh, I'm a stupid liberal. I'm afraid of guns. I'm sorry.
I've really missed this podcast so much.
Yeah, I hate liberals. I'm gonna own them epic style.
That's another reason for why we haven't done the podcast. You were busy owning liberals epic style.
Yeah, honestly, it's a full-time job. When I'm not reading manga, I'm owning liberals like a fucking epic gamer.
And trust, he reads manga a lot, so that means in the little spare time he has to make up for how much time he's wasted in owning liberals epically.
God, I wish I had twice his quirk so I could just own liberals all the time.
I could read manga, make videos, masturbate, and own liberals epic style all at the same time. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Maybe not the make videos part. I joke.
Yeah.
I love you really, Zach.
I hate liberals. Oh no. Sounds like fucked up.
So,
but
she's fucking Shihai is fucking creepy. I just wanna the black quirk guy. He creeps me the fuck out.
You're scared of black people? What?
No, I'm scared of people whose quirk is titled black because of the shit he says. This isn't gonna look good on my record. No, but
I just hate. I just hate the only black character. What?
No, I didn't say I hate him. I said he creeps me out. fucking, if I went up to you and I was like, Zach,
I hate that black guy from.
I'm gonna wear you like a suit. You'd be pretty creeped out or turned on. I don't know.
He's Buffalo Bill.
Who's Buffalo? Why does that sound familiar to me?
Isn't that the guy from Silence of the Lambs?
Okay, I've never watched that movie, but Buffalo Bills. I think, dude, I don't fucking know. I don't watch movies. We've mentioned this before.
Yeah, I don't watch movies either. I'm too fucking lazy. I watch One Piece. That's what I've dedicated most of my time to.
That's what I've dedicated most of my summer to as well, actually.
Haven't even been reading or watching My Hero because I don't like this arc that much. But it's finally over, and we saw Mirio, and I was fucking rock solid the entire time.
I think we saw Bubble Girl at the end as well.
Yeah, we did, and we saw Night Eye, which some people hate.
Well, that we saw them.
I won't name any names, but some people hate Night Eye.
Why?
I don't know. I guess he is kind of lame, because it's like he was just there and he died. He's notable because he's the first like on-screen death in the series.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the only reason he's notable. Yeah, sure, he trained Mirio, but Mirio's kind of his own guy now. He just didn't leave a super big impact, besides proving that Deku's power is broken.
I thought Night Eye was really cool, to be fair, because like his only real quirk is like being able to see the future. So he made up for like he fucking could do cool fucking kung fu shit. And I thought that was cool as shit when he just fucking busts his fists out. It's like, yeah, this is how you fight like a real man.
His only quirk was seeing the future, and he couldn't even do that right.
Oh no! Oh, that's true though. That's fucking sad.
Well, let's see. He got 2 huge predictions wrong. 1, Deku couldn't beat Overhaul. 2, Mirio will be a great hero. I seriously think he lied to Mirio in that moment, and that's so sad.
I don't think he lied. I think he mentioned this before in an episode when he said that it was either he gets his quirk back or he's a great hero to Eren.
Yeah. I guess it all depends on how Mirio sees it.
I guess, but Mirio seems kind of fine though being quirkless. To be fair,
I
mean, he could have taken it harder.
I don't know if I want him to get his quirk back. I don't know.
I'm conflicted about that, really. Because if he gets it back... Go on.
Let's go back. We should probably get back to the chapter after this, but say what you need to say.
If he gets it back, it kind of like makes everything mute in a point. It's like, so what was the big deal about him losing it if he's just going to get it back like that?
We'd have to have an entire arc dedicated to him getting it back, I think.
I guess.
It can't just be like a thing that happens. He needs to give something up to get his quirk back. And what that is, I don't know.
Sacrifice Eren.
Nah, what if he loses one arm and then he's even more badass?
I mean...
Oh, Mirio, but he doesn't have legs? Oh, no, that'd be terrifying.
No!
This legless man flying all over the room.
Like a fucking ping pong ball. Headbutting people.
If he lost his legs, he would be Darth Maul from the Phantom Menace.
Okay, so back to the chapter. Do you want Kendo to... I presume you would have been into the big... I want Kendo to win.
I wouldn't be angry if she won. I really don't have a dog in this fight besides Kendo.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to see what Momo can do, but I don't necessarily want her to win.
I really want Kendo to win. I feel like Kendo deserves this victory in a way.
Yeah.
Just brute force your way through and win. Also, I fucking love Mushroom Girl. Like, seeing her in these chapters, it's just like, this girl is great. I love her. Why couldn't she be more active in the story?
Yeah, I want her to get a win, actually, now that I think about it.
I just don't want this to be an entire, like, 1B gets destroyed by 1A type thing, because at that point, it's like, what's even the point?
Actually, I just realized something. The last team has Shinzo.
Mm-hmm.
The last 1B team has Shinzo. I wonder if that'll happen. What will happen with that? Because I don't know if that tips the scales of 1A winning in their favor or back into 1B's favor. I mean, like, huh.
I want Shinzo to win that fight specifically, just because I will be pissed if Deku ends up fucking beating Shinzo again through the same way. Just because I still don't feel like... I know the whole vested shit has been explained, but I feel like Shinzo was like sloughed out of a genuine victory.
Yeah. How many people do they need to capture again? 3, right? Or 2? No, it's not 2, because...
Oh,
is it 4?
It's they need to capture at least 4. It's 4. They need to get all of them. But when Shinzo's on the team, the 4 limit still counts.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know. See, that kind of changes things, because I don't think Deku's gonna get captured.
Unless he falls to the happening.
That could be true. But I don't know. I can't see that.
I'm looking forward to that fight specifically. Just like in my mind, I can just see Monoma doing all tons of crazy fucking shit. Like maybe even accidentally hurting himself with Deku's quirk, or going overboard using Shinzo's quirk. Like, just Monoma is so fucking cool. Like actually, like he's like Bakugo, just without the quirk to actually boast for the shit he does and says.
Yeah.
I also love the line. It was in one of the chapters in which it's like, if we didn't have Kendo, everyone would have fallen into Monoma's orbit.
Yeah, I think that was recent. I forget which one it was though. Oh, it was last chapter when Tetsu was talking about Kendo.
I've been liking these Tetsu. Overall, I've been liking these chapters. There's not that much to talk about, because it's really just like when we first started the podcast. Like we started around the Gentle arc, and even though it was a fight, there was still things we could talk about, because it was like what's going to be happening in the next chapter and stuff like that. But we've still got quite. This is only the second fight out of 5, and depending on... It seems like Horikoshi wants each fight to be developed in a way. Like, he doesn't want to quickly skip past a fight. So I feel like this arc, unless something happens which will cause it to end early, like a Giganto Machina event type thing, or unless there's a break in the middle, I can see this arc ending at around... anywhere between 208 and 216, possibly. I know 16 is very large, high end on that point, but I feel like 216 would be the maximum for the end of this arc, really.
This started at 96, right? 196, right?
I think so, yeah.
That would mean it would be 20 chapters long?
So there's 3 fights left. Assume there's 3 chapters for each. That's 9 chapters. Assuming each fight is only 3 chapters long, which I think the average has really just been 3 and a half chapters, maybe 4.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see this fight ending next chapter.
I think it'll end next chapter
when Momo turns into a Gundam. Yeah.
Is there anything actually behind that, or is that just your crazy conspiracy theory?
It kind of looks like her skin is cracking with the light. That's the only thing I've seen. By the way, some of the times when Horikoshi drew Kendo in this chapter were a little weird.
I found that from Momo for the chapter before. Last one. I feel like something to do with the eyes with Momo. specifically like before she grew the mushroom on her nose. But I really liked Kendo in this chapter, especially that like little smug face she has when she's explaining what Dark Shadow's weakness will be when they turn on all the lights. God, I love Kendo. Why can't we see more Kendo?
We're seeing it right now.
Why can't she be transferred into 1A? That would be great. Fuck Shinza. I don't care for Shinza.
That's my big reason why I think the trailer is going to be revealed this arc.
Why? So someone can be transferred? Or that's where Shinza will take his spot?
Yes, Shinzo needs a spot. Shinzo needs to get in. Because that's what this arc's about.
So what's your theory about it then? Who do you think the traitor is?
God, I wouldn't mind if it was... Like, my hopeful answer is that it's... My hopeful answer is that it's Mineta. So we can finally get rid of him.
Why do you hate Mineta?
I don't know. I just don't like him anymore.
It
just frustrates me. Because it's like, I'm tired of people just talking about him.
I like Mineta. I don't get why people just like hate him so much. He's just like a joke to me. Like I've never taken him
but
seriously.
He's a joke that too many people take seriously.
Well,
I'm just tired of hearing about him. I want him gone.
So it's more of a you're annoyed that people keep talking about him and taking him seriously.
He just brings a lot of negative attention to the series.
I get that.
And I'm not too attached to his character, so I'm like, yeah, just fucking write him out. Who cares?
I guess.
I remember I don't remember seeing it, but Orphe mentioned something about him saying some weird shit to Eri, and like that's a no-no. So
I think I remember you mentioned. I need to scroll past those fucking chapters. We'll find out because like fucking. I'm not getting into this conversation. That would be creepy, assuming.
But my educated guess immediately, I'm gonna roll out anybody from 1B. Because they're just the setup. They're just being really set up this arc. So I don't see any of them being,
the traitor.
Yeah, the traitor. And then it's obviously not Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo, or Ida. I'm hesitant to rule out Ida.
I mean,
as well. It's not Sato,
Mm-hmm.
Sugar Dude. It's not
Uraka.
No, I'm not ruling her out.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna rule her out specifically because I think she's close enough, and she has the motive of wanting money to help support her parents.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good motive for her to be the traitor. As much as it kind of pains me, I'm gonna roll out Momo as well, because I've loosened up a bit on it actually. Mainly because I see her and Todoroki developing more, like, relationship wise, not necessarily like dating or anything, but just like, you know. But sorry. I don't know. Big one, because people on Twitter have like shown all the facts and stuff. Hagakure, Invisible Girl. I think she's a huge suspect.
I always like almost get grown whenever I hear that, just because not because like I think it's a stupid argument, just because I would be disappointed in.
I think
Horikoshi.
It's really on the nose.
Like, oh yeah, of course she's a traitor. She's invisible. It's like,
what if she wasn't invisible though?
I mean, her quirk's never been explained, but it just seems too like the Dabi being Endeavor's son thing I can accept because it's plausible and it's like been hinted. The Taro being the traitor thing is like there's no impact to me anyway. Like, I still don't really think there's a traitor. I think Meti mentioning Tokiyami could being the traitor.
I don't think it's Tokiyami.
I think the fact that he's with Hawks and the fact that Hawks is a double agent right now, I think is
Hawks
telling.
is like a triple agent.
I think it's telling that Tokiyami is going to be getting some more development, considering Hawks is. We're going to eventually go back to Hawks, and his link, the fact that it might just be like a throwaway line. But when Hawks describes him, Tokiyami, as birds of a feather, I feel like that's telling of something. That could just be a following line.
Hawks isn't a bad guy. He isn't actually working for the League of Villains.
But he's a double agent.
He's working for the Hero Society, which is making him work for the villains.
He's not to say it's the other way around for Tokiyami. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I still don't think it's a traitor. Tokiyami. You don't?
That's just dumb. Yeah, and it's racist. Medi thinks he's that because he's black. I knew Medi was racist.
Love you, Medi.
I'll fight Medi. He looks like emo Aaron from Game Grumps. There, I leaked his identity. All I know is that he looks like Aaron from Game Grumps apparently soon. I imagine he's more emo.
But more emo.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. I'm a sick fuck.
I'm a sick fuck, as in ill. Is there anything else you want to say about the chapters?
No.
Fucking Mushroom Girl is adorable. Hope Kendo wins, and I feel bad for Koda.
What's her fucking name?
It's Kinoko something.
No, I mean, like, what's her hero name? It's difficult to read.
Oh god, it's She-Mage. I think it's a pun like on a mushroom, like She-Mage, Shimaj, Shimaji. I don't think it's. I think it's a pun on like a Japanese mushroom or something like that. The guy who does the translations, he put it in one of his like fact things. Caleb Cook, I think he mentioned it.
Calum. I'm gonna go to his Twitter real quick and figure this out.
I thought those were code names at first when they first appeared, but I later found out through reading these chapters that they're actually the hero names, and some of them are cool. I feel like Vine Girls is a bit on the nose, just calling herself Vine. Vanta Black sounds cool.
Vanta Black is really cool, but again, it's pretty on the nose. I like his ability though. There are some quirks where it's just like, yeah, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's cool though.
I mean, some quirks literally just seem like stand abilities, because it's like at some point, like, the whole like reason for what quirks are, it's like a genetic thing, and sometimes I'm like watching these, it's like, okay, how do you genetically become Shadow itself?
I think you should shut the fuck up, okay?
Like I know at the end of the day it's a manga. I'm overthinking things anyway. It's just sometimes it's just like, what, fucking, how?
Yeah, it is really like that.
Also, how do you genetic sound effects into existence? I would also just like to point out, I'm so happy.
You just make the big noise.
I'm so happy that manga Fukudashi, he turned a joke character and actually made him have an interesting, legitimate quirk. Like, I'm actually impressed, because I never assumed that when we first saw him. I just assumed he was just going to be a joke character, because he looks like a manga panel.
Yeah.
But overall, these chapters have been good.
It's so there's I guess there's shimeji.
Shimeji, is that it?
It's a mushroom, yes. Shimeji. I'm no Japanese man though, so I can't tell you for a fact.
Is there anything you want to shill, Zach?
Jujutsu Kaisen. Go read it.
I know what I'm going to shill, because I think it should be out tomorrow from when this episode comes out.
Maple Story 2.
I was going to say JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5. Vento Raya.
No, Maple Story 2, guys. Go play that instead.
I think that comes out.
JoJo's going downhill. Part 5 isn't very good.
But I like. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate you guys watching, especially after the long break. If there's not that much to talk about, we'll probably try putting the chapters together.
Yeah.
Episodes might be like less frequent just because there's not that much to talk about. Don't really want to
Unless some
upload
crazy shit happens next chapter. Unless the traitor is actually revealed next chapter.
That'd be like a kick in the teeth, wouldn't it? Thinking
Yeah.
something special is going to happen in 200, it actually happens in 201.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think... See, those big milestones, they're not as big in manga terms. Like, in comic books, when you hit a big number like that, you do something crazy. Like, you change your character's outfit or whatever. But not usually with this stuff, actually. With manga. So, okay. Yeah, have a nice day. Go play Maple Story 2.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy the episodes, feel free to share them and tell us your thoughts in the chapters below. Bye.